Hi guys. Once again we are back to the charts, and I just want to be explaining a few things. But before we do that, let's get into the trades that we took last week. The reason which I took this trade is simply the concept that we talked about the previous week, which is the RMR concept of liquidity. Okay, first of all, we see that for a long time price was moving in this descending channel, but then price kept coming back to this low here, this particular low right here. So for a long time price has been somewhere around this low. Okay, so price always came back to that low every time. All right, and so for the very first time price took out that low right here. So this is what we will call the raid. This is the raid right here. That's the raid right there. Let's call that the raid. And then after that raid we now see a market structure shift. Market structure shift is just when price breaks a swing high at the swing high that came before that raid. All right, so this is the raid right here. So the swing high before that raid is this particular one. We also have this other swing high too. So price breaks to both of them here. Price breaks to both of them at this point. So that is our market structure shift. And after that, we now see a return into this um, order block, which was where I was looking for my trading reasons. Now see a return back into this order block right here. This is actually a daily order block. All right, so I'm just showing you the entries on the 15 minutes, but this was actually a daily analysis. I used the daily time frame and the 4 hours time frame for this analysis. So this was a daily order block right here. So it came back into that order block first time, came the second time, and then finally when I now saw this equal lows, I now entered my position, and then we were able to catch this 100 pip movement. Able to catch the 100 pip movement, and then I held at break even. Um, Held at break even. I was actually looking at price getting to this trend line right here. So I held at break even. Price didn't really get there, so my break even was hit, and then that was it. I didn't quite take this trade because I wanted to see what the market would do. This sell, I didn't take that because I wanted to see what the market would do. And then after I saw that, the next thing I now noticed on the 15-minute time frame, that was yesterday being Friday. What I noticed was that these equal highs were being formed on the 15 minutes time frame, and then price came and took out this equal high. So what do we call that? We call that the raid. Once again, that is the raid right there. And then after the raid, price now comes down and takes out this low right here, the swing low. Remember I told you that the market structure shift is just when price takes out a swing high. Yes, if you're looking for sales, it takes out a swing high. If you're looking for buys, it takes out the swing low. So sorry, if you're looking for sales, it takes out the swing low. If you're looking for buys, it takes out the swing high. So that's it. So this is our market structure shift, and then they now returned. Initially, I was actually looking at price coming back into this supply zone right here, but then price came and it didn't quite respect the supply zone, so it broke through it. But still, even though it broke through, price ended up at this order block right here. Price ended up inside this order block. So it's at that order block that we took our sales. But it was a risky one, but that's what, sorry, fair value gap, not another block. I'm kind of feeling sleepy. So price came back into this fair value gap on the 15 minutes time frame, and that's where we took our sales. Although my target has not yet been reached, so I'm gonna wait for Monday for my target to be reached. But TP1 has been taken out, and TP2 not quite taken out. So, but I did take my partials from this point. But let's just wait till next week to see what that happens. And then the next trade that we took was on GBP USD. We took a trade on GBP USD, and GBP USD we saw a whole lot of sales. We saw a whole lot of sales on GBP USD, and but before that we also had some buys too. I'm going to be explaining that to you. So prior to this time, we had all of these lows being formed, all the way back to I think some few days ago, if not last week. Some few days ago, if not the week before. all the way to some few days ago. This week, this low has always been respected, came down, went up, came down, went up, just bounced around, and then price finally broke that low. So it broke it here. So this was our rate, and then we now wait for price to break a swing high that was formed at the leg of the rate. So this is that swing high. We have the swing high, we also have a swing high here. So price broke the two of them here. Even this other swing high too was broken around this point, and then that's our market structure shift. So we now wait for a return. I had this order block, sorry, this fair value gap marked out. I also had an order block marked out up here too. That's why you see my entry is not really on the fair value gap, it's on this order block here. So price came down and touched the fair value gap, well, as you have seen, and then we had this rally up about 100 pips also, yeah. And then also I was kind of targeting this daily order block right here, but price did not really get there. So when I saw this consolidation in price, and then this high was taken out, this two highs were taken out here by price came up and took these highs. So this here is a rate. Then price also took out all these swing lows, these two swing lows. Price took it out. So that's a market structure shift. And then I waited for the return back into this order block, took my sales, and then we're able to secure this 200 pip movement in GBP USD. We're able to secure this 200 pip movement in GBP USD. So that was also one trade we took last week, which was actually a very profitable one. And yeah, of course, all these trades that we took have always been posted on the group chat. So if you're not on the group chat, let me know so I can add you to the group, and it's totally free. So you don't need to pay anything to get into the group. All you need to do is just send me a message, comment on this video or whatever, and I will send you a link. You join in the group. It's totally free, like I said. And so the next trade we took was the what's it called, the AUD USD. So that was also a very good trade on our end. It's a very good trade on our end. And let me zoom this out a little bit so it's not all up in our face. So we had the rate, you see these swing lows, this relative equal lows right here. So we had the rate of that low right here. Okay, rated the low up to this trend line that you can find here. Initially I would have wanted to consider this particular one. But nah. The reason why was because I actually noticed that there was a previous rate of this swing high, so I decided to just forget about this, and thank God I actually did, because it would have ended up in. But anyway, the one I actually took was the rate of this swing low right here. There's also a swing low far back, which was also rated here, and then we had a market structure shift that's breaking this swing high here. So price broke this swing high and broke these other swing highs too. So that's our market structure shift over here. And then we now had a return into this order block right here. Return to this order block, we set our target with our entry was right there, our stop loss was below the rate, and this trend line also, and our take profit, for me, the take profit was actually far above what I actually posted in the group chat, because in the group chat I told him to take every profit at this blue line that you can find here. But when I saw all of this rally up, the way price broke through this line so strongly, I decided to hold at break even. So I took my partials at this blue line like I asked everybody to, and then I held at break even, and we were able to capture this 100 pip movement. Although our target was initially 50 pips, but we were able to capture this 100 pip movement. And then after price came and raided this swing highs, as you can see here, price came up here, raided these swing highs. We now had the market structure shift that price broke all of these swing lows. If I zoom in, you'd see it, but I don't want to waste your time. Price broke these swing lows and then came back into this fair value gap here, and then we also captured this 100 pip movement again. So that was like 200 pips on AUD USD last week. So we captured this 200 pip movement. It was actually very cool. And then the last trade that I took for that last week was US Tech, and this was the trade that hit my stop loss. This is a very good example that the RMR does not work every time. All right, yes, it works, but it does not work every time. That's why I said that the RMR has a 95% win rate. All right, so it's not always going to work every time. All right, as you can see, we had like 3 successful trades throughout the month on US Tech. This trade, which was about 500 pips for this particular trade. We also had this one that was about 300 pips. We had this one that was about 300 pips also. So making a 140 pips loss was not really that bad for me. I don't really know for those having small accounts and everything. So those I had a small account that made the loss, I actually did apologize in the group, because as a leader, we always have to take responsibility for whatever happens. So let me show you what I actually saw that made me take the trade, right? So we had this a rate of these relative lows. Then we had a market structure shift where the market took out this low, and then a return back to this order block right here. Like I said before, this was a daily time frame analysis, daily 4 hours time frame analysis. So the order block it's just looking big because it's a 15 minutes anyway. So return back to this order block, and this is where I took myself from, and price went up, hit my stop loss, and still going. So but actually, come to think about it, I started thinking, why did price do that? Was I wrong? And yes, it turns out that actually I was wrong. If you look at this, come back here, you're going to see that we have some relative swing lows here. There is this relative swing low all the way here. So price took out all of these lows, even this one took everything out right here. Although our take profit was hit, but I wasn't really looking at it that way, So price took out all of these swing lows up to this point. Then after taking out that swing low, we now had this as our market structure shift. The thing that I was looking at as a read was actually a market structure shift. That's price breaking the swing highs in the leg of the read. So let me just say it was my bad. So we would have actually taken the trade from this fair value gap at this point here. Taking the trade here would have been a very, very beautiful 100 pips also on US tech. But nevertheless, a loss is a loss. That teaches us to always be careful when doing our analysis. So, but like I said, I don't want to waste our time on anything. I just want to go straight into the video of today. So today we're actually supposed to be talking about trading patterns. But before we do that, let me show you a trade I am taking right now live. Although I took the trade on my personal account, but the one I'm taking right now live is the one that I posted on the group chat, which is this particular trade on BTC USD. So let me just show you. This was the one I took on my live account, which I did post. I posted the results in the group also. So we see this there's some lows at the back also. So there was a rate of all these lows. Then market structure shift, market took out the swing highs and then came back into this fair value gap. I took my buys from there. I exited somewhere here. That was before I went to go and do what I was doing. And then when I came back and I saw this, all right, and all of this relative swing lows. So personally, I am expecting that price will rally up from here because it's like a break and a retest of this trend channel. So I'm expecting price to rally up, but even if it doesn't, I don't think my stop loss is that wide. Let's just check. My stop loss isn't that wide. So even if price doesn't go our way, this is just a 67, let's just say 70 pip stop loss. So even if price doesn't go our way, we've had a whole lot of, this would be like the second stop loss this week if price doesn't go our way, but we had a whole lot of take profits. So like I told them in the group, they should use small lot sizes, so manage their accounts well and everything. So today we're going to be talking about trade patterns and how they can affect your trading. So the very first trade pattern we'll be talking about is the double top and the double bottom. So just like the name implies, the double top is a situation whereby we see price rallying up in an upward direction, an uptrend channel, whatever it is, and then we now see that price drops. Of course, the normal pullback, as is normal in the market, price pulls back and then goes back up again. Now, so for this to be an uptrend continuation, price will have to break the swing high, right? But then price doesn't break the swing high. All right. So in a situation like that, where price does not break the swing high, we wait. All right, we wait, and if price comes and breaks this swing low right here, then we enter our sales. Put your stop loss at, we go into our sales at this point and then put our stop loss at the swing high here, and then our take profit, like 1.5 or let's say 2.2:1 risk to reward ratio, whatever it is, whatever the case may be, however it is you want to do it. So that's like it's for the double top. Okay, so you want to first of all see price coming up, not taking out and coming out to swing high, a pullback, and then the next swing after the pullback does not take out the swing high, all right, and then fall. We take our sales, or if you're an aggressive trader, you can always take your sales from anywhere around this point. But if you are someone that likes being careful, you can take your sales around here, put your stop loss at the swing high, and then watch it fall. That's the same thing that goes for the double bottom, but the reverse is the case. In this case, you're looking at buys. So you wait for price to break this swing. Now once price has broken that swing, you now take your long position, keep your stop loss at the swing low, and then your take profit can be, as I said earlier, at a 1.5 or 2:1, anyhow you want to do it. So you don't really have to capture 100 pips, all right? So your 10 pips can go a long way for you. Your 50 pips can always go a long way for you, all right? Depending on how many trades you take a day. So this is the first trade pattern, all right? So now let's look for let's look for a scenario where this actually happens in the market. I'm not going to be cherry picking any chart pattern, so you don't say that he was just picking. I don't want to pick anything. We'll just go down. All right, we'll go into the charts right now, and we'll just go and check for a point where the double top or the double bottom was actually being used. So at this point, I'm going to fast forward the video till whenever I will find it, so you are going to be there with me. Okay, just found one right now. Just found one right now. All right, so now you can see this here. Where is the tool? You can see this. We had this up to this point right here, and then coming back down here, up here, not breaking the swing high, as you can see, and then all the way down here. Okay, so that's price broke this. Price broke it. So normally, like I said, you're going to be a seller somewhere around here. Be a seller somewhere around there. You put your stop loss at the swing high, and then you now put your take profits at take profits at a 1.5, just like you've seen here, 1.5, or whatever. And this would have been a very, very beautiful trade. This, just take your profits at that point and then you move ahead. So let's look for another one in case you didn't like that other one. Okay, we'll see another situation here on the BTC where you have this price comes all the way down here and then rallies up a bit, comes back, and then all the way here. Okay, so if you were to take this trade, you would have waited for price to break this. Yep, so once price has broken that, you would now take your trades from that point, keeping your stop loss at this swing, and then your take profit 1.5 or whatever. I don't really want to give you guys trading advice, so you won't say I'm the one that said it. But anyway, this would have been a beautiful trade also. Just take your profits and then walk out. But like I said, you can always be an aggressive trader. All right, I don't want to be an aggressive trader and just take your buys from this point, but I will not advise you to do that. All right, wait until you actually have a confirmation for your buys before you actually take any trade. This would have been a very beautiful peep movement on the BTC, just using this particular pattern here. So you'll see that this pattern actually works. All right, even if it's not in 15 minutes. Okay, let's go to like the 1 hour. That's 60 minutes. That's the 1 hour time frame. Let's look for it on the 1 hour time frame so that you see that it actually works. Okay, and so that you can actually go home at your free time. You go and back test this. Go to your chart and look at where you would find things like this. Before you find things like this, okay, there is one that is just right here. As you can see, just right here. I have not cherry picked any situation. These are just what the chart presented. So I'm not like most people that will just pick what favors them and abandon what doesn't. All right, so you just see this price swung down here, rallied back up a little bit, came back down. All right, although the wick of this candle actually did go a little bit down from this, but it did not close below. So from there we monitor so that once price breaks this swing at this point, all right, breaks and retest, we now take our buys, put our stops below the swing, and then our take profits at where it is right now. And this would have been a very, very beautiful trade. As you can see, this was a winning trade if it was taken. So you're not really going to get millions and millions of setups when you're trading patterns like this. All right, but if you actually do stick to the rules, then I can assure you that you would have a whole lot of progress. Okay, we can see another one right here. You can see another one right here where you have this swing up to this point, you have this pullback, and then you now have a swing up here, not breaking the what we called the swing high, and then we now see this very, very big bearish rejection almost immediately after. So from the point where we see that this equal high has been formed, what do? We put our position right here, try and get a straight line as much as you can, and then what do? We sell from this point. Our stop loss will be at the swing. I'll take profit. Well, that just depends on you, right? So, but this would have been a very, very beautiful trade, as you can see right here. Very, very beautiful one. So that's a very, very good trade pattern, and you can just go on and on and on. You find all of these double tops and double bottoms happening over and over and over again. So I want you to go into your charts, backtest this. Don't take my word for anything. All right, go into your charts, backtest this, and then come show me what you find. If it's profitable for you, if it's not profitable for you, come and tell me, so that, or possibly you make a mistake, because people make mistakes. All right, so if it's profitable for you or not, you just allow that to be. So like I said, at the beginning of this video, I'm feeling very sleepy, so I'm going to go and take a rest, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And I'm going to be accepting, let's say 10 people into my trading community. It's just a trading community of like minds, all right? We just take trades, you know, analyze the markets, and make ourselves grow, all right? So I would see you all in that trading community. If you're interested, just send me a message, either a direct message whatsoever, or you just comment under this video, and I will send you a link to get yourself into the trading community. Like I said, it is absolutely free. You don't have to pay any kind of fee. You don't have to pay any amount of money. I teach Forex for absolutely free. All right. So we will see you in that channel. All right. Have a nice day.